Good morning. We're here, I believe, on, what is it, the not many days off now to the concluding date of the Felixstowe Peninsula Area Action Plan. This little baby that's been available to you in the library and on the internet. It's got a huge address, which I'll give you towards the end, but the final date for you to make your thoughts and comments on the future of where we live here in the Felixstowe Peninsula is due on the 27th of February this year, and that's on the end of business. It would appear on the Friday of this week. Now, what the District Council is obliged to do is to give you a say to help shape the way that this community will use its planning system to shape what is available to ourselves, our children, friends and family, visitors into the future. Now, what they say in their blurb, trying to encourage folk to become involved in their own community, is that good planning is about balancing the use of land and the socio-economic and environmental impacts of the decisions that are made, depending on what plan you have, what the core strategy says, what we should be doing. So what they're looking to do is that the right type of development takes place at the right time and in the right place. Now, that's perhaps very much a wishful thinking, and when we look at the things that we've lost in our town over the last 10 years or so, it certainly hasn't been being delivered for the community at large. If we look at a number of facilities and accesses that we had that we no longer do, such as the spa, the gardens delayed, etc., etc., etc. What we want really, I would have thought, is a thriving community with assets, community assets, available to us growing, because we have growing demand. We have an academy new build that does have some access, but it would appear a lot of what could have been community access, to get to them, they've got to open up the whole of the building. So not really much involvement with the community on how it could use it in the periods when the school aren't. So we have had opportunities that have been missed. What's being said here is there are currently 2 documents that have been produced by the District Council. The Felixstowe Peninsula Area Action Plan is the key one for us, but this is sort of taking place across the whole of the district as to what they should be doing, and if need be, the core strategy, which is replacing the old local plan, how that might be needed to be adapted, modified, to take into account particularly the changing demographic in which we live. We in Felixstowe now have the second oldest proportion of our population that is 65 plus across the piece, and you could perhaps be questioning as to whether some of the play space or activity should be perhaps more appropriate to that age group. It may be walking, it may be using some of the public space for dancing or general activity. Those are the sort of things that we are living in an age that we've never had before. We've never really been so successful in our diet, accommodation, and particularly healthcare, that we've got such a high proportion of folk that have made it past 3 score years and 10. We are in a whole new era for local government to deliver and improve services too. So the things that they want views and thoughts on how your community will develop within the rest of the district up until the year 2027. Now, most of us complain that we are never listened to or talked to. This is an opportunity for you to make your comments and thoughts on where we should be going for the benefit. You can be as selfish as you like. The fact that you would like a bit of space and whatever in the area you live, you'd like a local district shopping area that would actually give you your day-to-day shopping needs, if that was possible to be developed and come to you in the future. Now, what they're saying is they want the idea from those of us that are living here on where the new homes that we undoubtedly will be needing will be going. Now, there is an issue and continues to be on the numbers of those new homes, but there's probably a bigger debate to be had on not what numbers there are to be, but what form and type of dwellings they will be. We have a particular problem in our town that the surviving spouse of relationships is often left in a large family home, which a number of them find very difficult to maintain and look after. But the option as to move into either a supported flat or apartment or bungalow that is supported, the choice is very limited. The price is very high. In most cases, the family looks at what's on offer and thinks, well, mum or dad might just as well stay where they are, though where they are doesn't really help them to perhaps make the best use of their final years. And that's a debate that we've yet really to have. There was a move towards providing that type of accommodation in the 80s, 90s, but then it was sort of discouraged. The local planning group at that time thought that we'd had enough with St. John's and a few other developments that took place. So that's been on hold for quite some time, and the type of accommodation that's currently available appears to be rather expensive, and when you need the assistance, assuming you have a short period of illness, there isn't the support that you might need to have. There's a big issue here with regards to future employment within our immediate area, particularly the area that the Felixstowe Peninsula area plan is, and there's a blue line here, and that shows you it's sort of Curtin, Falkenham, all the way down, including the Trimleys, Walton and Felixstowe itself. Now, this is just a short remind that if you do want to make a comment on the housing, the type of housing, what the future of our town centre may be, employment, sites, do we need more, do we need a different type, do we need them in a different place, do we need alternative provision for employment opportunities or start-up business opportunities external to the port, which is the dominant player within the employment offer that's available within Felixstowe as things now stand. Should we have a satellite type IT site that interfaces with Martlesham and Cambridge and that type of thing? Are we looking to go into the 21st century with job creation and the appropriate sites on which they could be encouraged to take place? So this document, as I said, will be drawing to a close this coming Friday, the 28th. And if you want to view this online, which you should be able to do, it's available to you on www.suffolkcoastal.gov.uk/yourdistrict/planning/review/. Now, hopefully you got most of that, and the production staff here will put this up, I hope, at the end of this short clip, so it's there for you to copy and go into. But I would like to stress, this is the first opportunity in over 5 years since core strategy has sort of come into its being, for you to have a voice in any of those sort of issues. And if you don't have it at this stage, then you won't be able to comment to it as the review of this and the reforming of this document takes place to determine what this area will look like by 2027. So I would urge you, if you have time, to have a look and at least make some comment on one of the following issues. The issues are spatial and sustainability, housing, the economy, the environment, and probably something very, very relevant to all of us living here, the community and well-being within that particular geographical area there, where you and I and many others live. Thank you very much if you watch this. Information hopefully will be following immediately after. Goodbye for now.